How are people paying 40 ringgit for bagels, man? Like, what is Malaysia turned into?
It's not the bagel that's $40. It's the experience that's $40. Nice ambiance. You get cute baristas like handing you the bagel.
The baristas were guys.
Does the barista come home with you? Otherwise, like that, no deal. No deal. Welcome to the 20M podcast. My name is Rino. His name is Arief. This is the podcast about disagreeing with your friends, and we talk about anime, gaming, and all that cool stuff. But tonight, we have a very special friend with us today. We have Tash, Tashbunny.
Hey,
Tash.
That's not going to be your pseudonym.
Aw, I wanted to be
Tash.
Yeah, Peppa Tash.
I don't think it rolls off the
No, I like the Cocoa Pops bunny, whatever we were before.
Show Rino the sticker, please.
Yeah, all right. So I just got a text from Tash, and it's
that is like nightmare fuel, man.
It's just. Go ahead.
Tash, how are you feeling tonight? You feeling good?
Yeah, because we started a conversation with Peppa Pig, my biggest enemy.
Peppa Pig is your arch nemesis.
Yeah, not as big as the Cocoa Pops bear. Wait, no, that's my gang. Never mind.
Yeah, I feel like between Cocaine Bear and Peppa Pig, like I would love to side with Cocaine Bear rather than Peppa Pig.
No, you said Peppa Pig is 10
Pig
feet
is
tall.
Huge. She's 10 foot tall.
What is this? I don't understand.
No, Google Peppa Pig height. I think it's
no.
It could be
First of all, pass. But second of all, but who makes this up? Like who decides?
It's not
Is there like
made
a Peppa Pig
up.
council?
It's lore.
It's
real.
It's true.
It's canon.
But like, so like,
Please
are the doors
Google it.
all
Stop
like
talking,
20?
just Google
No, but
it.
like, are the
No,
doors also like 20 feet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does the world adjust? Because therefore, if the world adjusts to the being 11 feet tall, then being 11 feet tall doesn't really mean anything.
What?
I don't know. There's somebody listening to the podcast that knows exactly the argument that I'm trying to make here, and I don't know if I'm articulating it right, but I just think like
He's not my friend. I'm just here because Arief said that he would buy me some caffeine.
just pure, just like there's,
Pure
but it's
caffeine.
not coffee. Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
bag of
actually,
caffeine.
no. We all
Caffeine
lied.
pills.
We're all trolling. She's 7 feet and 1 inch tall.
Okay, not 10.
That's
but
still
7.
taller.
She's taller
That's-
than you. She's
That's
taller
like
than
flipping
you.
Yao Ming height.
Yeah. Like NBA drafting. So back to starting the introduction. Tash, so obviously I know you, Arief knows you, but for some of our listeners who might be listening in, who are not familiar with your content, can you give an introduction to what you do?
Basically, when the song goes toot 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 on my stream, and I do this. I'm just kidding. I'm trolling. Hi everyone, I'm Tash, and I'm a Valorant, PUBG Mobile, and Free Fire shoutcaster. That took a while. I also do desk work for analysis and also hosting for a lot of esports titles. I make a lot of videos, mostly of opening boxes of cute things, which you can see in my room right now, including the PSVR.
That was
2.
not necessary. But continue.
I love that.
And what else do I do? I also stream lots of Valorant and other games.
That was a
I
really
love you,
good
Toge
intro.
Production.
Where did that come from? I mean, we love the Toge folks, but like, where did that come from? You know?
Love you, Sarah.
That was like the Hey Mom, you know when you win an Oscars, you go Hey Mom.
I'm on the 20M podcast. Can I interject? I know we're trying to give Tash a proper intro here, and if you don't know Tashbunny, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Are you on the internet here in Southeast Asia? But Tash, you know what the biggest thing, and I don't think I've told you this before, but I can get jealous of many things in your life and your career. The biggest thing that I am jealous of is that Sarah from Toge Productions did your starting soon screen on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Like-
her?
Yes, sir.
And
Oh,
Sarah doesn't do it now because Sarah's
It
way
was
too busy.
before she was really, really busy. Yeah, I got really lucky. She did so
Wow.
cute.
That's amazing. Yeah, hold on to that.
I'm just purposely gonna move away from this particular era so that he can get a proper look-see, you know?
But speaking of Sarah, the only thing that I have from Sarah, I don't know why we're pimping out Sarah right now, is that she gave these to me at,
Those! I love those. It's so
yeah,
cute.
she has a bunch of these little cat. That I hope these are Sarah's. If it's not Sarah's, that'd be really embarrassing.
Oh my god,
You know
it'd be
what I
so
mean?
awkward.
Oh my god, I have so many cat things. I'm pretty sure those.
I think
are
you better
Sarah's.
go
Those are Sarah's.
ask her before you edit this.
Hey Sarah, this is yours. Cool, thanks.
If not, we can't publish the podcast at all. It's all
Yeah,
ruined.
yeah, that's it.
It's over. I mean, you
Um,
can still, but without Arief's, contribution with the stickers.
Yeah.
We'll just cut him out. We'll just cut him out and put an excerpt from Cocaine Bear where his face is. No one will know the
There's
difference.
so many
same
inside jokes.
value.
There's so many inside jokes that we need to like describe to our audience now. Just based off of the past couple.
I'm like in
minutes
the outer part of the inside joke part, so.
alone. Cocaine Bear is an inside joke. Nobody watching this podcast is like, yes, the cocaine. Unless it's all.
I
Tasha's,
actually have no idea. Like I wasn't at the breakfast. I just keep seeing it on Twitter. Just like Bagelgate. You just keep seeing it.
Bagelgate. Yeah,
We like to talk about it. We have a lot to talk about bagels and Cocaine Bear.
that's true.
Please watch Cocaine Bear. I have a lot of feelings about it, and I don't even like the movie. I just need to talk about it. I have a lot of feelings I need to express. Like I need someone to talk about that gets it.
Yeah.
Like fundamentally, philosophically gets
Philosophically,
Cocaine Bear
like
as much as you
what
do.
does it mean in expressionist terms to have a bear literally inhale cocaine from the decapacitated leg of someone? Just ate.
Ugh.
I didn't know
pass.
that part.
Yeah, we're
Well,
moving
now
on.
you
Pass.
do.
Oh
We
my
need to do
God.
a review now of Cocaine Bear. It's like we go to the
This
movie.
is a hard pass. You can do this.
Tosh, I was gonna say, and I know Rino, just to jump in here, I was gonna say your intro was so interesting because you do so much on the internet that part. I feel like that intro was only like a quarter of the things that you are known for. You know what I mean? When you
else am I known
introduce
for?
yourself, just like a quick question is like, when you introduce yourself, what do you usually like? Is it the shoutcasting? Like, is that the immediate go-to now? How do you out of video content and out of an interview when you're just introducing yourself to somebody normal? Like, how do you introduce? Like, what is the first thing that you say about yourself?
I don't know, it just interchanges. Like it's hard for me to really put like one thing I do most because all of them are just as important. Like our conversation earlier with Reno was like everyone has to wear many hats. And I didn't start wearing many hats because I had to wear many hats. I started wearing many hats because I like too many things. And I can't choose. Such as a Libra life, Talking about astrology is such a Libra trait.
That's such an honest answer. It's like I am known for so many things because I love so many things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just think that's super funny. Because for me, it was always like, yeah, my friend Tosh, and then like if I know they're into keyboards, I'd be like keyboard Tosh, Or if I know they play Valorant, it's like, oh yeah, Valorant Tosh,
Tash. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm like a diamond, many facets.
Many facets. You
That was-
are like a
I just like
diamond.
hyped myself up there. Love yourself, guys. Be our own hype man.
That's great.
But like, okay, so let's start with one facet. Let's start with Valorant Tash. Like, how did that happen? Like, how did that start, that particular journey?
So I sucked at Valo, and there was someone that I really wanted to impress playing that game, but obviously I had to learn how to play that game because I've never played a tactical shooter or generally a shooter in my life, and I sucked at first. So I've streamed a lot of Valo, didn't really grow, and then one day like they were looking for shoutcasters, and I said, "Hey, do you want to give me a trial?" And they're like, "Okay, sure, we'll try you out." And Riot Games liked me, and I am on the desk now. Cool.
That's
and did you?
crazy.
Because like it's kind of insane. Like, did you work with Riot before? Because
Before
I know
that?
you've shoutcasted before you did Valorant, and maybe just a lathe. Oh, you haven't before Valorant. You never shoutcasted. Oh, that's
No.
news to me, man.
Yeah, that was just me trying it out and trying to
Mhm.
understand the game. I mean, when I first started, obviously I sucked, but I think probably they saw like, okay, she has a talent, just basically needed to learn more. So that's where I started really talking to like my my shoutcaster friends, especially Quack, who and also Kremer and Pavlos, who have been really giving me a lot of advice, especially when it comes to shoutcasting, like what I needed to work on, what I needed to change, pacing, because my first exposure to shoutcasting was for MOBA shoutcasting. It was it's a battle arena, multiplayer online battle arena. Yeah, like League of Legends or Dota
Yeah.
2. It's a long name. So like, when you hear that kind of shoutcasting, you think, oh, I'm going to bring that kind of shoutcasting into a different game. And when you drop into the game, you're like, oh, totally different. Very, very different. So that's when you really learn how the different styles of casting, the different pacings. And I think because I just genuinely really like the game. It's such a fun game where you can play with your friends, you can mess around. And obviously I don't get as mad as I do playing that game compared to League of Legends. I'm sorry. League of Legends makes me so angry. That's how I started. And I think like for a lot of the time, I think I started streaming Valorant properly last November. Because I just really wanted to talk to people when I play video games. Because end of the year is when it's cooldown period for a lot of the content, a lot of the esports seasons as well. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stream lots of my time of myself playing Valorant, and surprisingly people like the weird content that I make. It's so weird, I swear to God. So yeah, I ended up becoming a streamer as well. I don't know how we got here, but we did. Very Cocoa Pop Bear of me.
Okay, Cocoa Pop Bear it is. We'll use that one moving forward. No, because I the thing that's like so flipping fascinating is that, and I really don't want to undersell you here, Tosh. Like this isn't and I know you. I'm not out here trying to give you an even bigger ego that you have. You know what I mean? Like I know how big of a deal you are to some people, but like the Valorant thing is a little bit insane because I know me and Rino want to talk about some of the other stuff you do as well, right? But like to not undersell you, like you are one of the Valorant personalities in Southeast Asia in like the way that I see it, right? And like you've been able to work with Riot and Shoutcast, but I feel like it's just insane how much that game, like in my mind, Valorant is also associated to Tosh. You know what I mean? Again, was it just like once you found that you were in there, you just wanted to go deeper and deeper and deeper into Valorant? Because it seems like that's most of your content right now. Like every clip I'm seeing on TikTok is like,
Valorant. Because it's like, to me, it's like kind of like I also, so when you talk about content, it's like a whole different facet of me, right? Because I started off not with Valorant. I started off with like opening boxes of things, especially I have one here right now. Hi.
one of 16 keyboards in the
you can't really see them because of the screen, but yeah, I think I have 18 or 19, but I gave away a few.
All right.
Yeah, I did give away a few. So so like I started off making content of unboxing things. Sorry, what?
I was like, I'm like, I didn't get a keyboard.
I know, you also didn't get a PSVR 2.
Nope, we're not talking about the PSVR 2. We're moving on. All right.
So what was I talking about again? Oh my god, the ADHD is so strong.
Content,
right. So started off with unboxing videos because like I think during the time I was working at IGN at the time. IGN Southeast Asia. So that was like technically my comeback into gaming after leaving the industry for a year for tech. And I think like and then the pandemic happened. So you're at home a lot and you're bored. You're sick of video games because literally that was my day job. Literally reviewing games, writing about games. So I was just like, okay, what is something that I can do that is fun and cute? So I was on TikTok. That was like my new era into TikTok. And for some reason, I was being recommended a lot of keyboard stuff. And at first I thought it was like the cute gaming stuff. But then I was like, why can't I find these keyboards that are on these videos on any of the websites that I usually go to? And then I started diving deep and deep into Reddit, into websites, into more TikToks, and then YouTube, which just made it even worse because you have the videos and the sounds.
Oh god,
and then
keyboard ASMR.
Yeah, and then my first keyboard happened. That was very expensive. It was almost $2,000, and nobody starts with a very expensive keyboard, but I did because I was bored. I was so bored at home during the pandemic, bro.
So you're saying there was like it was a hobby turned like content, like
yeah. So I was just like, this is so damn cool. I'm gonna just make videos of it, take pictures of it, and just put it on the internet. And but that wasn't the video that made me viral. I built a keyboard for someone at one point. That one went viral. So I built a keyboard for somebody, and
was that the first like? Maybe another question here is like, what was your first viral video? Because like
that was the one. That was the one. 15 million views.
What?
Wow.
I still don't understand how it got 15 million views, but it was just like me just trying to show appreciation for the build and just trying to show people that this is how much I care about this person. I built this whole keyboard for him. And that one went super viral. And since then I was like, okay, so I guess people do like keyboards, so I'm gonna just keep doing it. And for some reason, like, once the ball starts rolling, it rolls really fast. It's literally like a whole drop, and then people started sending me things and keycaps, and everyone in the local keyboard community are talking about it, and I was just like, damn, friends, I am not that into keyboards. Like, y'all are so much more talented than me. I literally just like collecting keyboards. Like, my mods, mediocre. Send them over to Dom because his hands are magic. Literally, it is magic. Big shout out to Dom. Big shout out to Dom because literally, if you want to get your mods, your stabs fixed, he would do it in like 2 seconds, like done. Meanwhile, me, I try for 5 hours. It's still broken.
But like, I really need to ask. Okay, so I have one keyboard, and I bought it because it had like RGB lights. Like, I just got it on Amazon. It was like 50 bucks or something. No, but I don't. But like, it serves its purpose in that I can type. So I don't but I don't understand like what, like having 20. You know, like I only have 2 hands. Like it's like
Tosh has like 8 hands slapping around. Like,
you just don't know. You know, it's here.
Have you seen that meme from this Korean? It was like from this K-drama show, and then the guy is like, "Why do you have so many shoes? Are you a centipede?" And like I feel like the same with keyboards. I'm like, "Are you an octopus, Tash? Like, why do you have so many keyboards?"
It's
is
like,
it like one for special occasions, like one for different games, one to match your theme.
It started off with theme.
Okay.
It started off with themes because I like making my desk cute, and then you're just like, then in the process of building it together and buying each part, not every part comes separately, so it's like a hit of like dopamine, and then you put it together. It's like, oh my god, little cute Legos. It's like building the whole big Lego set, right? But instead of putting it on the side on a display, you can actually take it and use it. You can't do things with Lego sets. You can just look at them, just hope they don't break.
I can see it. Okay, I can see like how it would be really therapeutic to build it. But then, like to your point as well, like it's a really nice gift to give away. It's like something like, oh, I built it for you, you know, for your brother or sibling, a loved one or something. I can sort of see that.
It's a really expensive gift. But to be fair, if you think about it, Legos are also very expensive too.
Yeah, I think, but also like to talk about the ecosystem a little bit, which is like insane, right, Tosh? Because to me as a content creator, you know, who's been following your stuff for quite a while at this point, right? Like, how long have we known each other? Like 3-ish years or so? Like, there's been moments where I've been like, you're like a surfer that's on a ginormous wave and you can see the wave coming. And the keyboard thing is super fascinating because like keyboards in Malaysia, I think right when you were making your content, it was like nobody was making that content. Nobody was buying mechanical keyboards, but also mechanical keyboards were starting to become a thing like globally. So it's almost as if like you saw the tea leaves of keyboards and you were like, I'm just going to go deep in that content. And then just like bam, bam, bam. Like Tosh is the keyboard person. Like, I mean, when you were starting making content or doing keeps, like were there people, how was the Malaysian or Southeast Asian like keyboard community then?
So when I first started, I was so fascinated to the point that I wanted to make content for IGN Southeast Asia about custom keyboards. So I actually, I don't know how, but I think somebody reached out to me and gave me a link for the keyboard clackers group in Malaysia. I don't know how I got that link, but it has to
That's
be.
what they're
It's
called?
called keyboard clackers. Yeah, it's called keyboard clackers.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then
Did they like Clackers Unite?
There was
or
like a
something?
whole argument about the name as well. Should we keyboard talk or should we keyboard like they had a fight about that. Like for me, I like the pop, you know. Should we keyboard poppers, you know? So
the keyboard poppers.
Yeah, so like that's the sound that I like, right? So like they had a whole argument and then they just kept it. Yeah, so like they had like a little. It was quite a small community at first. It wasn't that big. I believe that it was like what 3,000 people or so at the time. And then I remember now because I asked someone, hey, I really want to find out more about the keyboards in Malaysia. Is there anyone I can interview? So I was Googling, and after I Googled, I met some people. They gave me the link, posted on there. And it became also a habit for me to scroll because people posted pictures in there and sounds. And you're just like, oh, what's this guy building? So it was very small at first. But then it started to grow. I think it was because like the pandemic also kind of put people into the hobby as well at the same time. So I guess like it wasn't just me. I think it was like a whole bunch of different people at the same time posting, but it just so happened that mine caught the attention of many. Yeah. And also I think it's also because of the article I wrote for IGN Southeast Asia. I made a list of 5 different keyboard makers, creators. And then I also made an article highlighting some of the keyboard makers here in Southeast Asia as well. So that was kind of cool.
Before we move on to another topic, I have to tell the story on the podcast.
Okay, let's go.
For those that don't know, because like Tash was as a result of the ecosystem getting built up, a lot of physical keyboard stores started to pop up in Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah.
And Tash, you had a string of videos where you would go to the keyboard store and then do a little like TikTok of like just showing people what the store is, what they have, and just, like advertising the store, right? And there was this one time where you went to Singapore and you did a video of this keyboard place called Mash.
I know this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you were there. You were in Singapore a week before I was in Singapore, and I was flipping through your TikTok. I was like, you know what would be really flipping funny if I did a recreation, shot by shot recreation, the exact same voiceover, the exact same editing of Tasha's video at Mash. So once you uploaded your Mash video, I was like, I was with Sakina, Rach, June, Michelle, and we were like, I was like, hey, can you guys help film me? Here's the reference video. Here's Tasha's like reference video. And then they shot the exact same thing. I did the voiceover the exact same way. And I asked the owner, I think it was somebody
you
who
asked
worked
him,
at,
like, what did Tash?
Yeah. I was like, hey,
hey,
before I started filming, right? I was like, hey, I just want to just quickly ask, like, my friend Tash was here. She did a video about you guys about last week or so. I kind of want to do a shot-by-shot recreation, but not an insult to you guys whatsoever. It's an insult to my friend Tash. And the guy was just like, yeah, okay, man. Yeah, like, do whatever. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, cool. And then I put it on there. And then to close this story, it was like half of the people knew it was a joke. Right? So my Twitter thread was like, haha, that's really funny. And then the other half was like, oh my God, this is such good keyboard content. Oh my God, did you know that this keyboard plays? And I'm like, guys, this was a joke. I'm not the keyboard person. I like literally like copied this word for word from Tash. It was the funniest thing that I was
laughing when I saw that. When people took it seriously, I was like laughing. I was like, oh yeah, you answered that. You answered that, Arief.
I steal your clout, you know what I mean? Yeah. God, that's so funny.
It is funny. He's still laughing at it. He's laughing at his own joke. Don't be. I mean, be like Arief. Be like Arief, but don't be like Arief.
Yeah. I was like, the person who laughed the most was like the person who told this story. Wonderful. All right. Anyway. So we've covered Valorant Tash. We've covered keyboard Tash. But I think like what that kind of conflates like both of those different sides of you, I guess, is just gaming in general, right? Is gaming something you started off at like a young age? And like, can you make a comment about how you've seen the industry grow? I guess like in particular in Malaysia or Southeast Asia as well.
Arief's like, that's my.
No, it's like Reno's just on like CNN. Like, that's such a good question.
I'm like the babysitter, and I've got these two children here, and I'm like, I gotta rein you guys in.
With
him. That's really funny. I'll take it. It's true. What was the question again?
I remember
two ADHD children now. I'll correct that.
I forgot the question because you talked and then I remember. Sorry.
I'll shut up.
Question 1: have you been gaming since a young age? Answer.
Okay, so gaming. I didn't really start gaming until I was I don't know. Do you know Jumpstart, the computer game Jumpstart?
Oh my God, we talk about this all the time.
God. Yes, finally someone who understands my childhood. Yes, you mean like Jumpstart first grade and second grade?
I played second grade, third grade.
Did you get
the robot?
Yeah, did you get stuck in third grade? I remember.
I finished the robot, man.
Look, I'm not an idiot, but like when they started asking me like American history, I'm like, bro, like I'm from Malaysia, man. Like, what are you trying to do? Like,
oh yeah, it was hard. But what I did was I played it so many times because the question will repeat that I memorized all the answers. I brute forced it.
Yeah. Gamer Tash.
Exactly. I also played the frog one. The frog one was very cool.
Oh, the frog one. I think that was second grade, right?
Second grade, yeah. The one where you had to save the princess and all the family from behind the mirror. That was dope. That was dope.
No, those games were amazing. I loved it.
They were.
But the jump between second and third grade, was it third and fourth grade? I can't remember, but it was just something like, whoa, like I can't deal with this, man.
Dude, I feel like I learned so much from those. Why don't games be like that for kids at school, you know? Like do a Malaysia version. Darjah Satu. Jumpstart Darjah Satu.
Just Jumpstart.
They didn't translate those because I remember it by name and I remember the covers, but yeah, like I don't know why that was such a big thing. Was it because like that was?
I think we all went to the same.
Game? Yeah.
We all went to the same pirated CD store in Atra.
It's
perhaps.
true. Actually, no. I started the first one when I was in Australia. I believe. I think I was like
Jumpstart in Australia.
When were you in Australia?
Oh, I was in Australia when I was between 3 and 6 years old. Yeah. So my first one was, I think it was when I was 5, likely. That was like a very like an art one, like an artsy school one where you can like draw things and stuff. Kind of cool. It lagged all the time, but anyway, I got that game. Then I came back to Malaysia. I did 2nd grade, 3rd grade. So I'm not sure if that was considered like the start of me on video games, but
I
I'm
think it
pretty
does.
sure.
Yeah,
So to me, yeah.
Literally, Reno brings it up all the time.
I do some
Because
of the time.
it's hard, right? Like to think like, oh, whether this was actually the start or not. But I think like the real gamer start was when I was 13. My dad was like, "Oh, you got 5 A's for you, sir. Here's a PlayStation 2." Like, yeah, cool. Didn't get a PlayStation 1, bro. And everyone was like, "Oh, you didn't have a PlayStation 1? You didn't have a Dreamcast? You didn't have a GameCube? Oh my god, you missed out on your gaming childhood. Shut the freak up, dude." You're trying to tell me that you're so rich? I didn't have rich parents. Maybe they were. I don't know, man. But they didn't get one for me. Okay, freaking A.
Can you?
Anyways.
I just want to. I want you to say the magic words. Your
Right.
first console was PlayStation 2. What were some of
PlayStation 2.
What were some of the games that were on there that you played and you love?
Okay,
Please,
the
please
first...
don't satisfy him. Don't
Oh
satisfy
no,
him.
I know he's
Say
gonna
it.
feel so happy.
Say it.
Don't.
Say the game.
Oh, well, I played Onimusha at first.
Yeah,
Onimusha?
yeah.
that came
Onimusha.
with the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one ninja game where you can play with 2 to 3 people. You have to like go around grabbing the scrolls, and then you can like jump on people, like
that
stab them in the
Ninja
neck, and they
Gaiden?
die. No, it's a ninja game.
Is it Tenchu?
Tenchu.
Is it Tenchu?
Kung Fu Chaos.
So Tenchu.
Kung Fu and Ninja are not even from the same.
No,
Do you
the
want us
way
to get
it was
cancelled?
described. No, it was the way that she was describing the game.
Put in the video.
Yeah, we'll insert the video clip.
We'll find it. Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I think it was Tenchu. Wait, I'm gonna do a quick Google. Tenchu. Is it this one?
Tenchu was like a stealth game though. I don't think it was multiplayer, but it was like the big ninja game.
I can't. I'm pretty sure I can't remember if there was this one, but it looks like might be Tenchu. It was multiplayer. There was one part of it where you can go multiplayer, and then you're supposed to like go around grabbing scrolls and killing people before the time runs out or something. So that was the one I played. But the real game that got me into PlayStation 2, oh god, I hate this, is Kingdom Hearts. My friend bought it to school. So the story was a lot more awesome. So I was in the bus one day, and I didn't have any friends when I went into secondary school, right? And there was this one girl that sat in the front, and she always fell asleep. I always sat beside her, and her head would always fall on my shoulder, and I got
It's like
so
a
pissed.
narcoleptic.
Yeah, I was so pissed. Like, please do not put your head on my shoulder, bro. My personal bubble. So anyways, there was another girl who sat at the very front. Her name's Alyssa. And I was just like, one day I was just sick of it. I'm like, hi, can I sit here? Because no one sat next to her, and I don't know why. But anyways, I sat next to her, and we started talking, and I found out that she too had a PlayStation 2, and she's had it for a long time. And she was just like, and I was telling her like, oh, I just got a PlayStation 2. These are the games I play. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to bring you some games tomorrow. And the first game she bought for me was Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
The power of friendship, everybody. Isn't that the most beautiful flipping Kingdom Hearts story and the most Kingdom Hearts story ever as well?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They cannot recreate Kingdom Hearts 1 ever again. It's so sad. Kingdom Hearts 2 came pretty good.
Are you a
was
Kingdom
No,
Hearts?
two. I like two better than one.
I liked both of them.
The majority
like
of the
both.
population likes 2 better than 1. But Tasha, are you a Kingdom Hearts 1 over Kingdom Hearts 2 person?
I can't. I like Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2 because he's kind of hot.
Okay, that's besides the point. Okay, we didn't need to go there, but like,
Arief had this like look of hope in his
I
eyes,
was
like,
so
oh my God,
excited.
Kingdom Hearts discourse, and then
Yeah.
Tash just went like, no.
nobody agrees
No.
with me that Kingdom Hearts 1 is better
I
than
mean, I
Kingdom
like both
Hearts
of them
2.
equally. They were both unique in their own way.
Oh, God, what a
Um,
politically correct answer. What a
It's not,
diplomatic
it's
answer.
not a politically correct answer. I just literally love them both. But I think that Kingdom Hearts 1 was definitely harder than Kingdom Hearts 2 just because of the controls.
It wasn't as fun. It's the same argument why I think like Spyro 2 is better than Spyro 1, because Spyro 1 he
It's-
can't swim.
It's true. I mean,
it just
technically,
gets
it's kind of
better.
like it's kind of like when you. So I started off in God of War 4 because I didn't have
Mm.
the PlayStation 3, right? So like everyone's like, Tash, why don't you go back to God of War 3? And I tried to go back and I didn't like it because the controls were the old school controls. It wasn't like the newer ones, which are
Yeah,
better
yeah.
ones, right? So technically, it's kind of like I love Persona 3 so much, but now if I already played Persona 5 Royale, I go back to 3. I'm like, this game is dog water. I hate it. I mean, I love the story, yeah, but like
Mhm.
because it's such an old game, right? Yeah. So Remake the game.
Was Persona one of your like temple? Like maybe here's a those tweets that have been going around. It's like these are the 10 games to know me kind of a stuff, right?
Oh.
Like what if I were to ask like I mean even you as well, Reno? Like what are the 10 games? Like all right, let's do like 5. Let's do
Okay,
3 or 3
5?
to 5. Yeah, like
3 to
games
5.
The 5 games
to know you. Yeah.
Okay, if I go over anyway, just know that these are the games I truly love with the love of my life. Right now on the top of the top, obviously it's gonna be Valorant. No surprises there. Walking Dead.
Ooh, the Telltale one. Wow.
Yeah, the Telltale one. Yeah, it's hella good. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy X, Star Ocean 3.
That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere.
What?
I have no idea. Continue.
Star Ocean 3. What else did I really enjoy? Persona 3, Persona 5, Final Fantasy 7, the old one and the new one. I put it on the same level because both are just as good.
Yeah.
What else did I like? Oh, what's that game called? The one with the girl with the sword that talks to her. Goddamn. Transistor.
Oh.
Transistor.
Super fucking good.
Pre-Hades.
Pre-Hades.
Is that right? Transistor is pre-Hades, right?
Transistor was after Bastion.
Yeah, after Bastion.
Yeah.
Pre-Hades.
Did not enjoy Pyre though. Bit disappointed. But beautiful game though. Very beautiful. What else is there?
I'm surprised.
Undertale!
I'm surprised there was no Pokemon in there.
I didn't start Pokemon till quite late in my life.
Wow.
I would say like
That's a scoop. This is what's going to be plastered on like the news sites like next week. It's like Tosh doesn't play Pokemon.
because I didn't have the consoles when I was younger, and the
That's
only
fair.
one I managed to get was the Game Boy Advance. So that was like my introduction to Pokemon. Before that was the anime, but like the anime doesn't really give you like the true feel of like
No,
the game,
it doesn't.
right?
Anime
Yeah,
is such a
yeah.
shallow
So it was like the
version
Game
of
Boy
anime.
Advance. I got it like years later after it came out. I played it the same time it came out with the. I played
Emerald-
Emerald the same time
Emerald?
as Kingdom Hearts, the card game. What's it called?
Chain of
Chain of
Memories.
Memories.
Yeah, came out. That was the same one. I
Chains.
finished Chain of Memories. I was bored, and I was like, "What is this game?" And I played Pokemon.
This is my
Emerald.
favorite episode of the
I know.
podcast so far.
Arif
We're
is-
talking
Arif is
so
literally
much about
vibrating
Kingdom
in his
Hearts.
seat in excitement.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
And I got mad because I thought Marluxia was a girl because he was so beautiful. He was the most beautiful
Oh,
man
he's
I've ever
gorgeous.
met in my life. Yeah,
The hair,
with the sakura paddles
Yeah.
and the scythe.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
I found out he's a man, and I was like, oh man,
I mean, a pretty man, very pretty.
a very
man.
pretty man. Yeah, but I was disappointed though because I just like the ladies more. That's just like I can say it.
I'll rattle mine off, but I have a story as well. But I want to get to Reno's as well. But like mine is obviously Kingdom Hearts. I got to throw in a Pokemon in there, like Pokemon Red. But then the ones that I always keep telling people is like Bioshock. I think Bioshock.
Oh
was, like,
yeah, that should
so
also be that.
formative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Weird
Can I add
enough.
one more?
Hit us, Sash. Hit us.
Okay, Outlast, because it was the first horror game that
Wow.
really it was the first horror game that gave me my first subscriber for my Twitch.
Whoa.
Wow, that's
Dude, let's talk
special.
about. Wait, Reno. I need to know yours first.
Wait, mine.
Yeah.
But
Wait, you didn't even finish your list.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you
know, I got
this is
nervous.
Kingdom Hearts
I
and
like
Pokemon,
Kingdom
and then
Hearts,
like
Pokemon.
and
Yeah.
No, some modern ones are like Bloodborne, like the ones that really hit with me now. You know what I mean? To me,
Yeah,
Florence,
it definitely hits you.
That's funny.
Florence is good.
Florence
Yeah,
is one of
good.
mine because I've never played an experience that was so meaningful that I just like bawled my eyes out after.
Mhm.
And I make so many people play it. There's probably
Yeah,
like
it's isn't it kind of like when the past was around, you just sit there, you cry as you play the whole thing.
oh my god.
I have not got into that yet.
This is my favorite episode of the podcast
Oh
because
my
Tasha's will
God.
bring up all my favorite games. When the Past is around, one of my favorite games of all
Every
time.
time you
Yeah.
make Arif happy, you gotta make him unhappy 3 more times, Tash. That's how
Okay.
you gotta keep things balanced.
It's okay. The only thing that will make him unhappy is knowing that recession is happening and his bagel is still gonna be $40.
Oh my god, don't do that's actually so sad. That's actually really sad. Okay, we're moving on. Rena, what's yours?
I mean, like obviously Final Fantasy VIII. Like I don't need to talk about that anyone already have. I'd say like Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is like probably one of the best games on PlayStation 1 for me. And I remember playing it over and over again. And that was like my first introduction to like VGM. Like I would just sit there. There's like if you unlock all the characters, you unlock like the jukebox or something. And when you turn that on, it just plays like stage level music. And I would just sit there doing my homework and I would just like use it as if it was like an
Wow.
MP3 player. And
Wow.
I was like crazy. I loved the music so much. And I was like, oh, I don't know, like 7 or something. And my dad would come and be like, what are you doing? Like your PlayStation's playing music? Yeah. So Tekken 3, Dynasty Warriors, I've played like 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's probably the franchise I played the most number of games. And then like Danganronpa. And I guess I should probably throw Pokemon in. Mine would be Pokemon Yellow.
Yellow. Oh, you guys like red, yellow. I'm the only one who thinks that Emerald was better than those two.
Oh no, I
I'm
don't think
sorry.
it's better.
No contradictory take. It's just more that I just played Emerald first, and then when you want to go back to the older one, it's like ugh, you know.
Again, it's the
ugh.
same thing. It's the same with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. It's you go
Mm.
back and you're just like less able to do stuff. I get
I
that.
finished Kingdom Hearts 121 times. Yes, I counted.
Oh my god.
Finished
Same.
21.
Oh my god. What is
Exactly
so much
21
in
times.
My
common?
dad
This
was
is
like,
insane.
"Why do you keep playing this game? Is it a very long game?" No, I just finished it several times.
I go back. I do this like every 1 to 2 years. I go back and platinum Kingdom Hearts 1. Because I mean I only started like a couple years ago, so I've done it twice. You know what I
See,
mean?
I
But
wish
like
I had time to redo those things. I just don't.
it's so much.
anymore.
I love the game
Yeah.
so much. But can I tell a quick story here, Reno, before we jump to something else? I need to publicly apologize. Let me look in the camera. I need to publicly. This is a Tosh public apology. Persona 5. Right, got into
Yeah.
that. One of my it went up there. I think about that game very often. Maybe in a couple
Mhm.
years it'll be one of my like best games of all time list, right? But I love that game. And then when I put a call out on Twitter, I was like, hey guys, like should I get Persona 4? You know, like I don't, because it was when you could get it on Steam, right?
Mm-mm.
Tosh
The
being
golden one.
being the person that she is, like, I got you. Let me gift you a code. Let me gift you a Steam code for Persona 4 Golden.
Did I
on
gift that to
Steam.
you?
Yep. You
I
gifted it to
forgot
me. And
already.
it was such a nice gesture and it meant so much to me. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna play Persona 4 Golden. Tosh, it's been 2.5 years. I haven't opened this Steam
It's
game.
been
I'm
2
so sorry.
years?
I'm so sorry. Like, I think you got it for me for my birthday as well. And I was so thankful. And like, look, like, you know, we've exchanged food, we've gotten each other. Like, I think it's a fair.
Yeah,
we've
we
done a
did. We
fair
did. He got
exchange.
me. I think you got me Kenny Hills, and I got you Mean Mints.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mean Mints, the best burger. Shout out to Mean Mints, everybody here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Best burger place ever. And I hate that Tosh introduced that to me because I wish I discovered it on my own. But yeah, I haven't played Persona 4 Golden, but I'm still thankful that you bought that game for me. But
I mean,
it's
you're
funny that you
gonna
say
eventually
Persona.
have to. Your stream's gonna have to come back, you know.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I do have to stream more and Persona. Tosh, I have a question that relates to this. I promise.
Yeah.
What is the like most off kilter, like out of nowhere company that you've worked with since being an independent content creator? Because the
Out
one
of
that I don't
nowhere.
want you, yeah, like I don't want you to answer like, oh, like, you know, you worked with Riot for Valorant. It's like obviously you do gaming content, or it's like,
That
oh,
is
you like
gaming,
work
right?
with like a keyboard company to do this. You know what I mean? Like, have you got a sponsorship gig? Or like you've worked with a company that's just like so not related to gaming, you know what I mean? That you are like, wow,
I did Dutch Lady once.
no way you did Dutch Lady.
I did.
Oh my
it was
god.
it was the juicy milk.
The juicy
I don't want to know.
milk.
I don't
It
want to know.
was a very interesting milk. It tastes like juice, but it's milk.
Oh, okay. I just feel like that product should have a rethink about the name.
Yeah.
But I get now.
Yeah, it was the juicy milk, and I made a video of me playing Valorant and drinking juicy milk. Also, I'm lactose intolerant, so that's a lot of pills.
Oh my, you're committed to the cause.
I was committed to the cause, man.
Can I tell
Making
another
a
story?
gaming video about milk? Hell yeah! Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell another story. We were at shout out to Mean Mints, best burger place in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We were at the first time I met Tosh. We got Mean Mints, I think. No. Sorry, the second time we met Tosh. I met Tosh. We got
the
Mean
first
Mints.
one was Rata. No, it wasn't Rata.
No, but it
It was
was
Pizza Mansion.
No, that's the third time we met. The first time was at another. It was some other. I think it was an Indian
Is
restaurant.
it important to the story? Can I?
No,
hear the
no.
story?
We can
Like,
move on. We can move
Oh,
on.
it was Big
Let me hear the
Sing.
story.
Yeah, that one. Okay, but the second time I hung out with Tosh, we ate at Mean Mints, and she was like, "Hey, I really want a milkshake. I'm gonna get a milkshake." And then she's halfway through the milkshake. She's like, "Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant." And I'm like, "Tosh, you just scoffed a milkshake down
No, but
your
that
throat."
is the most lactose intolerant thing to do. Like I know so many lactose intolerant people who are just like, "Fuck it," and then
Just
like-
gulps of milk.
Listen, it's the mindset, right? It's like, it's okay. Present Tash is enjoying this, but future Tash, good luck to you.
yeah.
Tosh, I was gonna add on a serious note. Sorry, I had to interject with that story. But on a serious note, like I want to go back to this content thing as well because like the other aspect that we haven't talked about is like a more journo part of your background, right? But on the content side of things, like was there a moment where you realized maybe like walk us through the decision to like do full-time content creation, because I know that was a really big step, and I know you had a couple
Oh,
April Fools like jokes before that I hate that you did. But then the second part of this question is like, was there a moment where you were like, holy crap, I think I've made it as as an independent content creator, like I am good as an independent content creator, you know, because
okay.
not a
This
lot
is
of
the
people I feel
funniest.
can say that, right? Like you've made it as a
Mhm.
content creator.
Mhm.
Okay, the funniest part about this whole thing is everyone's like, "Oh, Tash quit her job to be a full-time content creator." Well, let me be real with y'all. I quit my job because I was severely burned out and tired. I was just really tired. I told myself, I'm gonna just enjoy this year. It doesn't matter whether or not I have work. I'm just gonna chill, play a lot of video games, and then next year I'll
Wow.
job hunt.
Mhm.
That didn't happen, by the way. I just ended up getting more busy.
Yeah, I'm like, how did it seems like you solved the burnout with like more burnout potentially because you look like you've never been busier in your life. Like I don't know how you could be busier.
I'm always busy.
Mhm.
The secret is you're so busy and so tired. You're busy and tired all the time, and you're just like, Tash, you look so rested. When do you find a time to rest? Never. What? Never. The hustle never stops. Recession. Capitalism. Don't
What
put
an
that in the video.
optimistic, yeah, what an optimistic, like we just clipped that out. Hey kids, like because the question that I was gonna ask you was
Mm.
like do you how, because I know you've done a TikTok about this, I know you've done a talk about this, but like how do people get started? Like what are your like Tasha's hacks to getting started with content creation and like winning the game of content creation, right? I would love to touch a bit
Mhm.
on that.
Oh, okay.
But I think Reno is right, like you are so flipping busy. Is it like, is it just is content creation, you like making it as a content creator just mass amount of like is it just content output, is it just like putting stuff out there, working with like more people to then work with more people, like is it just an output
Mm.
game for you?
It's output. It's not even like paid content at this point. It's just like that getting that content out consistently. I feel like I still haven't reached that peak consistency just yet because I have these moments where I get like, oh, full steam ahead, yeah, every day one video, and then suddenly drop, burnout. Okay, let's take like a 3-4 day break, and then it's the same thing over and over again. So it's very frustrating dealing with that. Um, but at the same time, it's like also things I enjoy doing, so it's not that bad compared like to IGN before. It's like I do love doing my work at IGN, but it's kind of like, you know how some people they call it like Arief Unchained or Rinoa Unchained. Like right now, you have to be chained because you guys are carrying the banner of your podcast and all that kind of stuff. But imagine if you're alone and you're unhinged as heck and you can do whatever the heck you wanted. That was me because like I felt like I had like my own way of wanting to do content and wanting to make content. So I was like, okay, whatever that I feel like I wasn't able to do for IGN because of like branding or whatever, I'll just bring it to my own. And it worked out because at the end of the day, when you're under brand, it's very difficult to really do the things that you want to do. So if it comes to like starting or winning the game of content, it's really hard to say because it's technically a roulette nowadays, especially with the shorts, with the reels, with the TikTok. It's it's either you make it to the FYP or not, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, what? How do you make it to the FYP? Is the hashtags or videos or whatever?" But I feel like uploading as consistently as you can will be like the first step, and number two, don't do it for the money because there is. I feel like it's kind of like making it in Hollywood, right? Not everyone's gonna make it in Hollywood, but sometimes you can little like there are those B-lister artists and all that kind of stuff, but to make it big like say Tariq or PewDiePie or all that kind of stuff is hard. So if you're thinking that you're gonna start content to get as famous and rich as those people, like just forget it. Just forget it because it's a lot of work. It's very tiring. It's not a 9 to 5. It's a 24 hours, 8 days a week. You dream of content. You eat content. You sleep content. You're like, should I be recording right now? You're at the cinema, and you're just like, should I be recording just now? Or you're like eating food with your friends. Should I be recording this? You don't really know what exactly you want to do because everything in your head is like whether as long as it's gonna be content. Like sometimes I buy my like a new mouse and I'm like because my mouse breaks and I'm just like, oh, I just want a new mouse. And then like I'm like, should I be making a video of this mouse because it is a new mouse? So like it's like objectively like sometimes the things that you like you won't see it the same way anymore.
Yeah, but I think that's like a question I really wanted to ask you as well. Like, is anything sacred anymore? Like, I think like if you become a content creator and like you're always on, right? You're always thinking about how to make content. Like,
yeah.
is there anything that's like this is just for me and not for anyone else? Like, is there a game like that, or is there a hobby like that where you're like, I'm not gonna try and monetize this. I'm not gonna try and like make this go viral. Do you have things like that?
Right now is reading, like self-help books, a lot of that. And the reason why I started self-help books is to teach myself like it's okay to disengage. It's okay to take things slow. It's okay to go to sleep and not think about work. It's okay to say no to this job because you're so freaking tired. So that's why I started those. So those are my thing. Sometimes I would share quotes or like pages now and then, but I feel like it's more of like just because I really enjoy it and not for content. It's more of like, hey, this helped me. I hope this helps you. So that's that. But people are like, oh, she's in that era, and I'm like, yeah, it's a very weird era, guys, but you know, we ball. But I feel like the one that I really really take sacred and do not monetize at all is my story of season session.
Oh my god.
It's a whole thing. Like, I put on a sheet mask, I have brushed my teeth, I have washed my hair, and I have like a weighted blanket in my room. It feels like a big hug, and I wrap myself up. I turn on the AC. I have my projection lights with the stars on, and I have like a candle on, and I just like wear my headset. I'm just like, yeah, let me just get them cows and go mining.
Sorry, who's your husband?
Where's
who's your
Gray?
husband?
Obviously.
No,
but there's a new
it's
guy. There's a new guy. There's a new guy. Dude, that's a new guy. His name is Brandon, and he's a bitch.
No, I don't. Brandon is a bitch. I agree. No,
Yeah, he's a
doctor. Doctor.
I married him. I married him 5 times already on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
I need to move on. Okay.
I always
Like,
marry doctor. I don't know
too,
if it's
but
like my parents.
I'm gonna be
you know.
real, but he's like so easy. All you have to do is just bring him in a herb. Like,
He's
you know,
pretty
Gray.
easy.
You know about Gray? I
He
have
was
to go
ore,
mining.
right? You have to go mine for that.
Yeah, I have to go
really
mine for
rare...
this guy. You know.
You could sell that ore for big bucks. And you have to give that to him.
Oh my god. Okay, listen to this take. I am so angry. I have a bone to pick with these people. Bringing my mic up just so clarity. So like, one day I went mining because I didn't have my crops out yet.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm gonna make mad cash. You know, cash money, cash. Go mining the whole day, get gold. You know, and come back with like a whole bunch of stuff. And then I realized the price of a sweet potato is triple the price of gold.
Is it?
It is.
Oh my god! Like, I've never actually checked. I just assumed that gold is like it's fucking gold.
Yes.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
so angry. I was so angry. And I asked my chat, how is this right? How is this right? I literally mined this stuff all day long. You know how much food I had to do and how much digging I had to do, how much stamina I had to do. And a sweet potato cost more. And then they're like, oh, Tash, maybe it was the times. Maybe it was because of the famine. And I'm like, guys, there's literally a fridge and a TV in this game. How is that famine?
I'll tell you my angry mining story. So I had the same.
Okay.
I had the same as you. I was like, I woke up. I'm like, I'm gonna mine like crazy. I'm gonna earn big bucks. I bought the basket. I just got the basket, so you can like throw all the shit in there. Your backpack doesn't get full.
Basket and then you're okay.
Shit game. Anyway,
No, it got better. When you are mining, sometimes the floor will break and you fall down a few floors down, and then you lose HP, and
No,
you're just
but
like, my stamina.
But that's okay. So that's basically the TLDR of my story. So I got the basket.
okay.
I'm like mining, and I didn't keep track of my HP, and I fainted. And you know,
Did
if
you
you
die?
if you faint and
You
you're
lose all
like
your stuff.
you're like level 50 whatever, your basket remains at level 50 whatever. You have to go back and like dig to the freaking center of the earth to get your basket back. Like,
You want to know another story that's really sad?
what?
You cannot Google recipes anymore. You have to literally unlock them in the game now. They time gate the recipes.
Wow.
You gotta earn those recipes.
You gotta
yeah.
earn them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an emulator and play it on my PC. I can't. I have to go back, man. Bring me back.
You're bringing like some weird stuff out of us today, Tosh, because like I don't think we've touched enough on we haven't touched Kingdom Hearts as much as deep as we have today.
I
You know
mean,
what
like,
And then the
you
second
guys
thing
did
was,
ask
like,
me what was sacred,
No,
and I told
I know,
you what
but,
was
like-
sacred. My me time with Gray, bro.
Got it. Duly noted. Everybody, the way to Tasha's heart is not. There is no way to Tasha's heart because Gray's got it monopolized. You know?
Yeah. Don't bring her a sweet potato. She'll throw it
Also,
at
it's
you.
I got mad at you. And also, marry the blacksmith's grandson because he'd be making big bucks. You know he'd be making the big bucks. First time we meet, oh here's a gem necklace. You're just friends though, but here's a gem necklace.
That was,
and you're
that's
just
pretty
like,
hard.
It's a
That's pretty
flex.
hard.
It's an unnecessary
Yeah.
flex, all right?
exactly. And then you're just like, man, this is the guy.
We can't
Doctor?
compete.
Doctor Who? We can't compete.
He's a doctor. Look. I think we can all collectively agree that no one marries a chicken guy, right? Come on,
Chicken
That's
guy? Oh yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, Rick. Rick can go marry Karen. They deserve each other. They're both
Oh my
divas.
god! I don't know. You guys had such strong opinions on this.
Oh,
Story.
I used to. Oh no. So my first playthrough, I married Karen, and I regretted it so much. I married her
Oh,
because she was
God.
hot, and
Yeah,
she was
true.
like, but she's useless. She can't cook. She wants wine all the time. She's like,
It's
she
true. And she
needs
wants and she
AA.
only wants expensive gifts.
Yeah. If you give her a weed, she gets super pissed. But the nurse, if you give her a weed, she says thank you.
If you give the nurse will take anything. She's
Yeah,
so nice. I
she'll
love
take
her.
it.
I
She's
love
easy
her.
too.
And then you know who's the worst infidelity binge of the whole game?
Who? Wait,
Popuri.
wait, she cheated on you?
Dude, even if you married her or
can
Kai, her or Kai, if you marry her or
Yeah.
Kai, every day in the evening they will be at the beach holding hands.
No.
Even
Oh.
though, no, for real.
Damn. It's like
Oh,
we're
I
talking
never-
about
I-
The Bachelor or something. It's like, no way she did
I
that.
never
No
trusted
way.
Kai. I expected that.
I know. It's a guy who comes back only during the summer.
Yeah, exactly. You can't.
Oh. I don't know
He's-
if this game will help with my mental processing. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
got
I'm
a-
gonna
he's
get
got a
actually
wife for
jealous.
every
I'm gonna be
season.
like, wow, damn.
Yeah.
No,
And
next
it's
time.
worse because after you marry Kai or Papuri, they move into your house, but in the evening they still go to the beach to hold hands. You're living under my roof and you're pulling this.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really scared now. I
Unbelievable.
knew the reason why this is such a funny conversation to me is because like I knew this was your game, Tosh, and I know this is kind of like your relax, your repose kind of like scenario, but I didn't think you would get as angry as you do because when you described it, it sounded like such a nice, calm, self-care scenario, but yet it sounds like you're yelling on your
But
Switch
the
or
animals
whatever.
are fine. The cows are great.
Yeah.
The sheeps are good. The
Oh
chickens.
my god! In the new game, there's an alpaca and a bunny.
Yes,
And you
alpaca
can
bunny.
shear them. And there's chocolate milk cow
And strawberry milk.
milk
Yes,
cow.
the pink cow.
Yeah, it's hella cute.
Do they have milky juice though?
No, they
Juicy
have
milk.
Sorry,
Juicy
whatever.
milk.
Don't put
This
that
is why
in.
you can't do an ad reel.
I could do an ad reel if I wanted to. The Dutch lady one is hilarious. The Dutch lady, that's an awesome one. But yeah, Story of Seasons, I think this is a gold mine of a topic. Like, who else is gonna ask the Tashbunny like about Story of Seasons?
Exactly.
It's true. And now I moved on though. Now my self-care game is Hogwarts.
Hmm.
You wanna know why?
No, why we haven't played that.
So whenever someone's sitting down eating or reading a book, you can go like in their faces and they'll be like, and I'm like, yeah, you like that? You like being in my personal bubble?
You're like a school bully. Are you Slytherin?
I wasn't sure if that was the game. I thought you were talking about you in real life. I was like,
No, it was funnier. Guess funnier. Guess my house. Please guess my house.
Tash is a Hufflepuff.
I think you're a Hufflepuff.
I'm a
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Literally one brain cell moment. Everyone just called it. But then I started harassing people in the game, and they're like, "Tash, you're totally a Slytherin though, but you have one brain cell."
It's so Tasha's views on Hufflepuff do not reflect the rest of the 20M podcast, for the record. Hufflepuffs are great. They're very charismatic. They might not be as as
Yeah,
in
you're
front
also
as
Hufflepuff,
I'm
Arief.
also Hufflepuff.
Yeah. Very
No,
nice.
I'm
Justice
sad. I'm
for
sad.
Hufflepuffs,
I did my Pottermore quest when I was really young,
yeah.
and I got Gryffindor, and I was so proud of it. I was like, "Yeah, Gryffindor!" Like Harry
You're
Potter.
chanting, yeah, Gryffindor.
Yeah, Gryffindor. That's such a Gryffindor
little
child.
Tash like that.
Yeah, but then I got Hufflepuff, and I wondered what happened when I was growing up, bro. What happened?
Yeah.
Why? It's like when I was younger, I was playing critical mode on Kingdom Hearts, flexing my dodging and reflex skills, so good. And now I play easy mode.
Oh, no
what
shame.
happened?
No shame. No shame.
No shame, but like what happened though? My branding completely changed.
I could either compliment you or like tear you down. I didn't know which one I wanted to do, so I'm staying agnostic. I'm abstaining from commenting on your Kingdom Hearts playthrough skills. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, Tosh, you
Oh no, it's beginning.
I don't know,
no.
Reno, because like there was a lot of things that Reno and I wanted to bring. Let me go back. Reno, what else do you want to know about Tosh? I know Tosh like fairly
This
well.
happens
but-
all the time.
You're like,
Every
can we
time I
wrap
have
this
an
up so we can talk
interview-
about Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, literally every time that someone has an interview with me, it goes so derailed, so far away. They're like, where were we again?
Yeah.
Oh my
where
God,
are
it's
we?
been an
Oh my
hour?
God, yeah. No, Reno, what else was on the docket? Like,
Well, so Tash, I don't know if you saw this, right? But like we were talking about anime hot takes, anime protagonist hot takes on like our last episode, right? And then
I forgot what protagonist means. Let me Google that.
main character.
and then main character.
Oh, okay, cool. That works too.
And then Arief goes to the Twitter hive mind and he's like, "Hey, give me some anime recommendations." And of course it's like his most engaged tweet of all time because anime fans will not shut up, right? It's just like he gave them the platform,
free
he handed them the
farming.
mic.
I farmed
Free
that
farm.
content
And
so much, dude.
when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, you really adorable, helpful people." Arief is not gonna watch any of this.
Yeah. He's
That's
too busy playing Kingdom Hearts for the 150th time.
okay. I'll take
Yeah.
that one. I'll take that.
But Tash, do you watch anime?
I watched some.
What do you like?
Spy Family,
Mm-hmm.
of course, Attack on Titan,
Mhm.
Kimetsu no Yaiba, Silent Voice, Your Name, Weathering with You, Spirited Away, Grave of the Fireflies.
You can't say you like Grave of the Fireflies. That's psychotic.
It's sad,
It's
but I enjoy it. Oh, House Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service. What else do I like? Oh, Horimiya. What else do I like? Rascal Can't Dream of Bunny Senpai or something. I forgot the name.
oh shit, you watch that? Rascal
that
Nemo
is
by
so
Senpai.
cute.
It's cute.
I have a lot of feelings about it.
Arief is
I
like, what
cried.
language is this?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm proud
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah. What else did I watch? Not Naruto. Definitely not Naruto.
Oh, God bless the
One
no
Piece.
Naruto fan. Who are we?
Not-
Like
not-
Miss
not One
Deus
Piece.
Geek? You know what I mean? Who are we? Ashraf
No,
Chaz? Get out of here.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's just too many episodes. When I was
It's
in school,
not
I
even
thought,
that long.
I can catch up. Let me finish. So when I was in school, right?
Yeah.
We don't have streaming yet. You have to watch it on TV, or you have to download it on pirated sites. So my friend had this like really big CD case with lots of the Naruto episodes. There was 3 of them, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be watching that." My ADHD
It's
was
I
like
pieced
tapped
out.
out.
Like I'm
But
good.
you-
I pieced
Thanks.
out so
But
fast.
it
man.
was given to you on a silver platter. You could have. You don't like right nowadays. like, if
Listen,
you-
I was on my 20th playthrough of Kingdom Hearts, bro.
Yeah. you gotta
I
get
think
to
it's
that
similar
21st,
to a
right?
scenario where somebody gifts you Persona 4 Gold and you're like, it's too long. I don't know if I can play it right now, so I'm gonna pass.
trying
for
to-
now.
Listen, the best
don't
part about it
vindicate
is just
yourself.
like I don't even remember that I gifted you that game. That's the funniest part.
I'm
like, I
so
did?
scared. I'm so scared you bring it up every time we hang out, and I'm like,
Has it really been 2 years?
yeah.
Question mark. But now for punishment, he should play a horror game.
Yes, he should. He should.
No, this relates to
Mortuary's
one of the,
assistant.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna ignore this. And I'm gonna move on completely. 'cause
Okay,
we're
since he
not
likes
talking
Japanese so
about-
much, let's do. Oh, you should play the new Fatal Frame game
No,
on the
because I
Switch.
like film and I like
yes.
cameras, so it will make me afraid of cameras.
I played
that's
all
why I
3 by
said
the
I
way.
will
No, I
not.
played 2 and 3.
I don't, because I was gonna ask you, Tash, what is the thing that you did for content? Like, let's be real with each other, right? Content creators chase trends, and I know we have a lot of fun and we do things like with the things that you do they come from passion, right? And things that you actually like. What is the one thing that you tried to do to chase just chase the content? Was it like a horror
Oh,
stream? Was it like
yeah.
a mukbang like we were talking about before? What is that like? I just wanted to
was the
sell
horror
myself
stream.
out.
It was the horror stream.
People just
Listen,
love seeing
it feels-
people cry. Right?
People love seeing people cry is number 1. Number 2, it was just like I thought I was gonna, and I'm generally a very jumpy person, so it was gonna be very natural. But the thing is, I got sick of it so fast, and I'm not thinking like, how the hell are people calling themselves horror streamers? That's just.
I don't.
Do you just get desensitized to the horror? Like you're.
I mean,
like, you
I'm
become
still
bored,
scared
or
even
you're still
till
scared?
now. But like,
Scared.
but then
Was it-
Undertale saved my life.
Was it worth the trauma for the views? The trauma.
There wasn't even a lot of views. Okay, like PewDiePie was still playing horror games at the time. How do you compete with PewDiePie?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's
I
retired
think
now,
he
so
said
I
the
think
same thing. I think he
open
said like
market.
he did. he didn't like horror games either. He just did it because people wanted to watch him.
Yeah,
play
because
horror
people
games.
really enjoyed Amnesia, right? Like that was like the
Yeah.
happy. That was the tricycle game. I forgot what it's called. The one the one with the people.
I wouldn't know. I
Tricycle.
don't play horror games.
It was a very weird game.
yeah.
We'll look it up.
Anyways.
We'll flash it
Yeah,
on
not
screen.
my thing. Not my thing. We can
Yeah.
move on.
So yeah, as I said before, it's like it's really hard to compete with PewDiePie. Like it felt like everyone was doing horror games at that time, right? And I think trends have always been something that's. But the thing is, when you are doing trends, if it's like a single player game, it's hard to get clout for that game because it's not. It's gonna be the same thing over and over. It's just who's the fastest, right?
Mhm.
But like if you do games like Valorant or like an esports game, is there so many different ways that you can interpret that particular game. It's like for me, I'm just like a person that likes having fun, that just yells and just like laughs at everything.
Where?
Um,
So mean. It's like, yeah, I'm aware. I have to lower my audio volume on TikTok whenever when I see your
yeah,
face
you can
pop up.
already pretty much.
I know.
Imagine being my editor. He hears that every day.
It's like he deafens this, like immediately puts the volume down.
Yeah.
whenever he
Yeah, he
Straight away.
does. Straight
Yeah.
away, he knows.
I do
he
that on
doesn't ha-
TikTok in general. though.
He said he doesn't have to turn it on when
Yeah.
he edits because he can see the peak in the
Yeah.
premiere.
That's hilarious. That's properly hilarious.
I know. That's the worst part. He said it makes editing so much easier for him. Just like cut, easy, collapse. So coming back to that, it's like some people are just generally good, so they just post good gameplay. Some people play with other people and talk about funny things, like this podcast. So there's a lot of different ways to interpret it compared to playing a single player game where you're kind of limited on what you can do.
Interesting.
I'm just
Alright,
like
so-
I'm nodding. I'm just like cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna play
went
Valorant.
into
I'm not gonna
zone.
play. I'm not gonna play horror
I
games.
mean,
Valorant.
you played I remember the only multiplayer game you truly played was what? Apex?
I did like a little bit of Apex, did a little bit of Call of Duty, like when I first started. But
Did you play Call of
Don't you
Duty,
play
the most
14?
popular games?
I mean I play 14, but I
But you
don't
don't
do it for
stream 14.
content. So like talk about like my safe haven of like I won't do it for content. Final Fantasy 14. with
No,
my
I feel
friends.
like when you do 14 for content, it's very grindy already. Like the game
Yeah.
is generally already grindy, and
like
you have
do
to do
your
that on
dailies, do
camera.
your
That's even
thing.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
That's
know.
why
just
when I
think
see
it's-
people play games like grindy, like say Warframe or
Oh,
like games
yeah.
like Destiny 2 or even RuneScape, and I see them on camera doing it, I'm like, or even Genshin Impact actually, and I'm like, you guys are streaming Genshin Impact. What do you talk about? or
Reno,
you do? Like,
what
if
do
you-
you do when
Yeah,
you
I
stream
mean, like,
Genshin
I mean,
Impact?
like, when
Seriously.
you do the quest, there's like
If-
talking, right? You can't really talk over it. Yeah.
Well, I don't. Well, okay, like life hack, Genshin streamer hack. Just don't do the quest. Like I am like 6 months behind on quests to start with, and then I think it just becomes like a just chatting stream with just like with Genshin in the
yeah,
background.
yeah.
Like I'm just doing the chores like mindlessly, and I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, what do you get up to?
That's
this
my
weekend?
Hogwarts stream.
That's kind of what happens.
You should play
Speaking
Hogwarts.
of Genshin Impact, and speaking of what do the kids say, Tosh? A gotcha.
What?
Gotcha
Gotcha.
games.
Oh, I stopped because I didn't want to spend any more money.
I was
What is that?
recently gifted.
It's not. in
I
focus
know
yet.
it's not in focus. I was recently
Oh.
gifted by the one and only Rach, the one and only.
Oh, so that's the one
Pumpkin
Rach wanted to give
Unicorn.
me.
So I got. I wanted to open.
Please
this
open it.
little,
I want
like,
to see what you got.
Yeah.
It's
So we have a couple options here. I know this is Rach's line of like.
It's a Junji Ito
It's
line.
Junji Ito, Junji Ito Sailor Moon collab, which is super cool.
Yeah, it was just awesome. And,
I like
wanna see
the
what we get here.
I'm scared of Junji Ito.
I hope you get the Tomie one.
Let's.
I hope you get the
see.
ugliest one. Is there even an ugly one? That's a problem,
yeah,
right? Because
exactly.
it's
Because
Rachel.
it's
Yeah.
Rachel, so it's all of them are really good. All right, let's
But
see.
if you hate
everybody.
horror, do you know who you're getting?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, let's open it.
Alright,
What
alright.
the scenario is it in
Alright.
focus?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
open
there
it,
we go,
open it.
There we go. There we go.
Oh God, it fell.
Oh,
What did we
you
get?
Oh, she got the good one.
Chibiusa.
You got the good one. I like that
Oh,
one.
that's
That's
dope.
Isn't that Chibiusa?
Oh my God, it also
Yeah.
comes with a shiny sticker.
Oh,
This
it's
is
sticker.
insane.
Oh, that is
Cute.
dope.
Wow, that's
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
Major
That's
love
cute
to
as
Pumpkin
frick.
Unicorn. Go follow Pumpkin Unicorn on the socials.
Yeah, I rate her all the time, and
Snacks
every
and
time I
all
rate
that
her, I
stuff.
annoy her. I love annoying her.
Thanks, Rach. Thank you so much. I wanted to open that on stream. I got this in Singapore when I was down there. June passed it to me. But I wanted to open it on
Aww.
this. On
Hey,
this
Rach, shout out to you. I'm gonna bother you on your stream again.
I think Reno, what else did we want to cover?
Oh well, like I went to Taiwan. I guess that was what I was gonna share.
Oh yes, talk about it. Let
Talk
me
about
hear it.
I mean, Taiwan was like my first time, so I just went to Taipei.
Was it
just
a
went around
solo
the city.
trip?
No. It was I went with like a friend. So it was fun. It was like we went to like Taipei 101. But I think like the cool bit was like we got to catch up with Vlad, the guys at Neon Doctrine. And
Oh
they took me,
yeah, their office is there.
yeah. They took me to hot pot. Hot pot in Taiwan is really, really good.
Is it better than here?
I don't know when was the last time I had hot pot in Malaysia, but I would have to say yes. It's
Is it
better than in
better?
Japan. Better
Yeah.
than in Japan. Yes.
Ooh.
It was so good we went back another time.
Oh, wow, that's
Damn.
insane. I can
Yes,
only do hot pot
yes.
max once a month.
No, we did like I think we went say like a Friday or something. I went back on like a Monday.
Oh my
It was
god.
that good.
Damn.
It was that good.
I mean, to be fair, she's only there for a limited time. So I have a question though. Is it safe to travel there solo?
Yes. It's totally fine.
I should
It's totally fine.
go.
It was really
I should
safe. Yeah. Like I mean the only thing was just like I haven't been in a country where I don't speak the language in a long time. Like in Japan, like I just exist here and it's fine. And then I've been to and then I just go back to Malaysia. Have I been anywhere else overseas? This was my first overseas trip since COVID.
Oh damn. Okay.
So and my Mandarin is like jack shit at this point. So that was interesting. I mean, most people could you can still do the point and bring your Google Translate and show them stuff. So that was okay. But no, it was really chill, really peaceful. People were friendly. Yeah, I think you can do
Hmm.
solo traveling there for sure.
Yeah, I want to do that. The only thing I want to do there is like there's a train area, and then you can like take the lanterns and raise it in the sky.
That's
Yeah.
in Shufan, I think. Or
Yeah,
Yufan,
because
like one
that's
of the-
that's also the place I wanted to go because it's literally the setting where Spirited Away was.
It is actually
yeah.
not.
Reno
It is
has a
actually-
take
I'm
about
sorry.
this.
It's not?
I'm sorry. It's not.
It's not. Is it
It's
really
not.
different?
She,
No. So I went there. I went to Jufan, which is where Spirit Away was inspired by. But Miyazaki came out a few years ago saying, "I have no idea where this place is."
Aw, man, that's
But
disappointing.
it
I think
looks
that's a
really,
lie.
it looks really similar. So I'm just like Miyazaki. I think you just don't want to admit that you got inspiration from somewhere outside of Japan. It does look
that's
really
fair.
similar. But officially he said that like never been there. Don't know.
You know what? If it looks similar, I will take it.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
I want to ask you really quick because the Genshin thing, like there's an area in Genshin that
Mhm.
looked very reminiscent to like a picture that you sent me from Taiwan.
Did
Did the architecture or the landscape like remind you a little bit of Genshin?
Yeah, definitely. Because like in that tea, like so you can get tea in like the tea house there, which is like the one that does look like Spirited Away. But then when you look outwards, there's like all those like really like sloping mountains and then like the wind and then like the rolling hills. That does look like I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Chingsa village, like where all the rice paddy fields are. It does have that kind of vibe
Ooh.
there. So it kind of does feel like Genshin, and there were definitely people there playing Genshin instead of looking at the actual.
Oh my god! Did you
grass.
know when I went to Korea, there was like a huge Genshin ad in the train station? I got so excited, I took a picture there. I was like, "Oh my god! Look at Raiden Shogun Booba on the train."
I had that reaction, but it was to the Neon Doctrine game Legend of Tianding, because Vlad told me like he took out an ad at the MRT, like the train station. So I was just waiting for my train, and then it appeared. I was like, "It's Vlad's game!" And I was like taking photos, taking videos. I'm like, "Oh, it's so cool."
Good job publishing. Good job.
job
It's like
publishing.
this. You've done a good job being
Yeah.
a publisher.
I
of
mean,
the
they only
market.
really see that in Japan. Like, I remember I was walking down Akihabara and they had like the Fate Stay night,
Mhm.
like little
Ooh.
standees
Yeah.
along the road, and I was like so shook. Like, I was like, damn. And I took a picture and I was so excited because I was really young and I was still in school and I love Fate Stay Night so much. Oh yeah, that's also an anime I watched. So yeah,
It's a good one. I've never seen it.
it's mostly fan service, so don't worry about it. It's good though. If you don't want fan service, you watch the Zero.
Yeah, but I think like anime is like super normalized here. Like you go into a convenience store and they're selling like Nijisanji and Bishoujo stuff like at that level of like VTuber merch. But in Malaysia, when I went back, like I don't know. I think I was with you, Arif, right? We're like at this like tech fair in Wanutama, and like nothing to do with anything at all. But there's like a Raiden and Zhongli like two cosplayers, and
Yeah.
they're not selling games. They're like selling fans, like as in like fans to keep you cool. And I'm like,
It was
why
a
is there
Harvey
Genshin?
Norman, right? Like it was like
Yeah, Harvey
Harvey Norman
yeah.
like
It's like, what does
road
Genshin
stall in the middle of Wanutama, and they just hired Genshin cosplayers.
They're like
It
Genshin.
happens
people
all
like
the
time,
Genshin.
though.
Let's just get
Yeah.
Genshin cosplayers. Nothing to do with anything. Okay.
Yeah, it happens all the time now. It just feels like sometimes people. It's kind of like, okay, hot take. Olympics esports. Did you see the game titles?
I was gonna ask. This was one of my questions. Yeah, it was. I know the game titles like Just Dance, like just E versions
Just
of
Dance was
actual
all
sport.
right. Just Dance was fine. I
E
was okay with
versions,
that.
E versions of normal sports, like Wii Sports Tennis.
I
Wasn't
think
that?
it wasn't even Wii. It's literally a mobile game, and it's
Mobile
pay to
game.
win.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was so weird. I was a bit confused. I was like, it's not like FIFA. It's not like NBA 2K. It's not like Wii. Like I would be okay with Wii. I would be okay with Nintendo Tennis, the Mario Tennis or whatever. That would be kind of dope.
Mm.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't the Wii Fitness. It was a mobile game that's pay to win, and I was like,
That's
what?
terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But I don't know if I want esports to literally be sports, but electronically. Like it's like we
I-
already
I-
have tennis, so why would we have Wii tennis?
Exactly. Like we already have some like major titles
Yeah.
already. It'll be cool for it to be recognized as proper sport on the
Yeah.
Olympics, it'd be kind of cool. Either it doesn't take place with the Olympics and they have a separate Olympics for esports. That'd be kind of dope as well. So like I was just like,
I know.
why?
I just feel like it's like, tell me you didn't consult anyone actually in esports without telling me you didn't actually consult anyone in esports.
Yeah, that was like, I was like, weird. Why mobile games? I mean, I don't have no problem with mobile games. Like it was like the game, like tennis in mobile was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me the Marvel Snap Olympics.
The
like,
Marvel
tournament.
Snap.
Exactly,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Marvel Snap was actually pretty good. Like I was quite
so
shocked.
good, Tosh. Oh my god, this podcast can go on for another 6 hours. Like the amount of things that you're bringing out of us is phenomenal.
I'm sorry.
Marvel Snap, so good. Marvel Snap, so good.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at how good it was. At first, when they announced it as the game of mobile game of the year.
Mobile game of the
Yes,
year.
mobile game
Yeah,
of
I was
the
right.
Yeah, because I was so sure Genshin was gonna win,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like they won, and I was just like, "What the heck is this
So
game?"
happy for them.
And then I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see it now. I see it now."
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I get it. I get it. I understand. Tosh, I was gonna ask you, like, maybe as one of my last questions here, is you've done like all jokes aside, like I know we jest and it's like, you know, content crazy, stress, burnout, like Genshin, sports, tennis game, like whatever the hell we've covered over the past like, you know, hour or so. Like what is the genuine curiosity? You're on a kick right now of esports and casting, right? And I know you've got some like exciting stuff lined up. I assume you do because you've always got some exciting stuff lined out. What's like the next phase of Tashbunny, like 2023, 2024? Is there like an area that you want to go down in content creation, or like do you know what, you know, your 2024 Tashbunny would be like? Is she somebody different? I'm just so curious because you've changed so much as a content creator, even in the short time that I've known
Yeah.
you. And like I know you did stuff way before that as well, but like what are your thoughts on the future Tashbunny? Like
It's really
write
hard
a
to
letter to your
pinpoint.
future self, you know. Don't do that.
It's actually really crazy, right? Because I started off wanting to do what I want to do today back in 2014, 2015. I tried to become a League of Legends streamer. I couldn't because I had like a dongle internet, the broadband one, and it was so bad, and my laptop couldn't handle streaming. And I couldn't do that. And then like I wanted to become just like Naomi Kyle and do Daily Fix. I did that, which is honestly
Oh my
so
god,
crazy.
I forgot you did. Yeah, the IGN
Daily
Southeast
Fix,
Asia
right?
Daily
What,
Fix,
what's
yeah.
Daily Fix?
Yeah.
Oh, so Daily Fix is like a little mini, like daily news segment where every day we cover the daily news wherever it is. So I covered Southeast Asia's one. So Naomi Kyle was like the host, and everyone knew her for the Daily Fix. So she left, she finished. I finished as well at the same time, which was kind of funny. It was short lived, but it was kind of fun. I got to try it. And then I saw Shocks hosting at League of Legends Worlds, and I wanted to be a host. And I ended up being a host for Valorant at the same time. And I was like, damn, I did that already. I wanted to do Let's Play video games, PewDiePie style. Well, I didn't really go down that route in particular, but I streamed video games technically, and it was a variety of games. So technically, I did go down that route. So it's actually really crazy how life goes like one full circle. You think you didn't make it, but then like life is like, oh, you're gonna have a full-time job. Oh, you're gonna go back to gaming. Oh, you're gonna go have a full-time job again. Oh, you're gonna quit because of burnout. Oh, wait, you're back to what you wanted to do. Damn, crazy. But if I could write a letter to myself, it'll be like, I really think that I want to stay home and stream a lot of games and talk to a lot of people. Not because like I want to make money out of it. It's more of like I really enjoy the conversations I get with my viewers. They come in, they tell me about their day. It's so nice to hear about it. They come in, they say, "Oh, this happened. Can we like talk about it?" And I like talking about it. I like telling people like, "Oh, it's not that bad. Life is pretty weird, but it's fun. It's hard, but it's freaking hard mode. Graphics are amazing. Awful gameplay, but great ending though, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, like I enjoyed that. So maybe eventually I do want to retire from casting, and I do want to do content eventually, but not now. I feel like I just started, so yeah, that will be my future Trash can expect, and I hope it does work out. If not, I can always become a Tai auntie.
Yes, that is
That is
accurate.
the goal. That is the goal. Don't we all want to be Tai aunties? in the
Yes.
future?
Oh, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Tash.
No worries. I enjoyed coming here. Sorry, I had like the best sleep of my life just now. And I woke up like, Arief's podcast.
I'm so happy. No, seriously, thanks for making it over. I think like maybe to wrap, like the thing that I wanted to share was like, it's so genuinely awesome that you've maneuvered around the content creation and gaming space. Like, because I don't think a lot of content creators in the world, let alone globally, has had an eclectic kind of experience in the games industry. Of you touched on a little bit of journalism to like content creation to casting to like TikToker, if you want to go niche into like like what that means as a content creator. But like it's just crazy to go. It's hard to not see you at like either events or like collaborations or things like that on the internet. So I just think like that's such a fascinating thing. But like thanks for coming on the show, Tosh. But as much as I like am building you up right now, sometimes the conversations I have with you are just the most
Oh, no.
obscene conversations, and I'm so glad that this one is documented, because I wish I could have recorded like all my lunches or dinners that we've had in the past. Because when
Unhinged.
you say when we say unhinged, like this was a very, I'm not gonna lie,
This
this
is
is
very mild.
Reno, this
This
was
is
a very
mild Tash.
tamed Tosh. Like at one point of the breakfast that we were having the other day, like she went on for like 15 minutes nonstop over 3 topics, and nobody could get a word in. It was just like bam, bam. You know what I mean? Like, but God bless you, Tosh. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, dude, that's literally the ADHD in my mind.
Where what do you want to pimp out? Where can people find you? What like
Yeah,
people that aren't
just for
acclimated?
close out,
Like,
drop your socials. Where can people find Tash Bunny, aka Coco
I-
Pops Bear?
Oh yeah, Coco Pops Bear Bunny. I stream almost every day when I'm not working. I know I need to work on a schedule, but you know, ADHD life means that it's unpredictable almost every day on Twitch. I'm also on TikTok for streaming as well. TikTok's the Tash Bunny. The rest is at Tash Bunny or at _ Tash Bunny across all social medias. If you put Tash Bunny, you'll find it definitely. I don't know if there's any Tash Bunny. There is one Tash Bunny. There's two on Instagram and on Twitter, and they haven't been around since 2013. Like, bro, release the handle.
I have such a
that's-
similar story. I'm so glad you went through this as well.
What's your? You want to
The-
Arief?
the-
No,
This is
somebody
RF
on.
Johan.
I have RF Johan on everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Just at
Sick.
RF Johan. TikTok. Some 13-year-old kid has it, and I tried to DM him. I've told this story on the internet before. I was like, dude, I will give you 200 ringgit. I'm a functioning adult. You're 13 years old. I'm sure you will accept the 200.
Give him
ringgit to give out
3
to
so he
your
can
I'll
buy
I'll give you
PlayStation
500
5
bucks.
game.
I just need this branding, right?
Yeah.
Forever internet branding. You can't DM him because he doesn't follow me. You know?
You know what's even the worst part about me? I stole my own username from me. Tash Bunny was mine, but I forgot the password and the
Oh my
username.
God.
Oh my god, Tash.
That's the most Tash thing, but that's a scoop and a half. That's gonna be
Oh
the
my
title of this
God.
podcast. You know what I mean?
Tash
Oh my
can-
god.
Tash
Oh
cancelled
my God.
Tash.
Cancel myself, bro.
Oh my
So
Man.
technically, I cannot yell at myself. So I yell at the Instagram and
Yeah.
Twitter person.
Tosh, what other sorry, Rena, do you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I it's very similar as well. There is actually a Renoa Sky who streams too. Like, it's, I don't know how. Like, this is the most
Okay.
random. Like, it's like the most random amalgamation of like two things, and I didn't know about that. That's not why I got my username. My username was from like when I was like 15. That was like my gamer tag. But then like one day I missed, like I hit enter before filling out my entire username, and it brought me to her page, and she's still active. She's a
Oh.
real person. There's a
Oh.
Renoa Sky without the plural.
Oh no!
Are
Yeah.
you
Just tell her I love you so much that I want to be. Girl.
It's true. That'll be very good conversation. I should actually get that person to be
Yeah,
the
person.
podcast co-host,
Oh, yeah,
and one
yeah.
episode where you're just not there, but this is like, oh yeah, so Reno, last week we were. That'd be so funny. Tosh, I'm gonna copy your next TikTok video, shot by shot and word for word. So
What if I do this? Hi everyone, I'm Arief Johan, and I don't have a PlayStation VR.
Okay, that's unnecessary.
Podcast episode ever.
That's unnecessary. The PlayStation VR topic is such a. I don't want to get into the PlayStation VR topic publicly on the podcast.
I want to plug something.
Hit us.
When this video comes out, I'm gonna have 1 whole week of PSVR.
There we go.
I want to play
There
a
we go.
kayak. No, I want to play a work simulator game. I don't really have a real-time job. So I'm gonna play a job game where I have a job. And then everyone was like, when did you get a real job? I am doing a real job.
You're testing
in
it
VR.
out. Yeah.
Who made this game? I just want to talk, man.
I mean, I hope it exists because I know it's on Steam, but I don't know if it's on PlayStation. You know?
You start sticking this could have been an email sticker, like everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Oh, that should be
Put it on the PlayStation VR. I dare you. Ian's gonna kill you.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm doing Ian.
Major love to PlayStation.
I don't think Ian has seen this crazy part of me yet because I'm like always like very nice and quiet.
Ian has to know that they're working with like PlayStation has to know that they're working with somebody who's like absolutely insane.
He saw me bullying the God of War squirrel.
Oh,
Did you do it?
That's a classic clip.
That's
Tasha's
so
just
funny.
like because Tasha annoys people. That's not true.
You know,
That's
people
not
thought I was frozen because my face was like this. I wasn't moving, but I was like mouth breathing because it was so funny.
Oh my god. God bless. Rita, let's close out. What do we need to promote here on the 20M side of things? We've got Tasha's out of the way. We don't care about Tasha
Follow
anymore.
20M podcast on all the Instagram, Twitter, and Twitches. And listen up for the podcast because you want to hear Arief's shitty takes, but Rino's hot takes are what you stay for.
Weirdly enough, we might use that in marketing
actually,
material moving forward, but
Go ahead.
I don't want to now. Like I thought I was going to,
That
but now I
that
don't
was
want
actually
to.
brilliant. What do you mean? That's gonna be the outro every single time.
No.
We'll just cut to.
Absolutely not. Yeah, go give. Yeah, I'll be the bigger person. Go give Tash a follow, everybody. Amazing content creator. I have nothing ill to say about Tash.
You come to the stream for Arief's shitty takes to fight him,
why are we
but
coming
then you
back to it?
stay for Rinoa's hot takes.
Man, I love Tash. We gotta have her back.
No.
We gotta have her back. She's still here. We gotta have her back.
On a vendetta, I'm gonna call Dutch Lady or something and send them your most like cancelable like take as a revolt.
They'll probably just send me more juicy milk and I'll have more
that
lactose
name.
intolerant attacks.
Okay.
The
Well,
name.
subscribe to the Reno. What? Subscribe to the 20M. Subscribe to 20M on YouTube. This was such a fun one. More guests, Reno.
More guests. We have more planned.
I'll tell you the secret who it is. It's gonna be Ian, and he's gonna be telling Arief why he didn't get the PSVR 2.
Wow, this is such a niche inside joke that 90% of the podcast listeners will not know.
No, you just literally cut that part out and just send it to Ian.
Yeah, I did want to clip that.
For the invite, right? Like, hi Ian.
It's like blackmail.
We are gonna invite you for a talk on 20M podcast, and here's the invitation up, and here's the brief. It's just literally me saying that.
Yeah, I just sent it here. Can you watch this before you come on
watch this.
podcast?
Yeah,
Just Tasha's like, see ya, folks. This is a good podcast. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.